In a quiet back street somewhere in Edgeworth lies a very hidden blacksmith's workshop. Jacob McNamara. How are you, geezer?
Hey, pretty good, mate.
Talk to me about your workshop, man. You don't make knives, but you are a blacksmith, a very good blacksmith.
Yeah,
So
you're not allowed to say knives in this workshop. Yeah, so this is my workshop. Got the old Gemco forge. It needs a lot of repair work, but
yeah,
Corin, does a good thing with those forges. I've made a lot of money in that.
that's right. If you are looking for one of these awesome forges, just here in the top of the screen, you'll see a link to the Toby Fire and Steel 10 discount to be able to buy this kit, or just the burners, however you want to go.
Yeah, buddy. My anvil and everything. Normally I have all my tools, but I've recently just come back from a market.
Do all anvils come free with a beer?
Oh, no, they don't. Only if you're friends with Toby Fire and Steel, they do. Yeah, I've numerous tools that I've just picked up where I'll be repairing, restoring. Here's another one. My favourite brand of blowers, or just general blacksmithing company, the Champion Blower and Forge Company. I own 3 of these blowers nowadays.
You've got a couple of them now, haven't you? So this is one you've just got that needs some restoration work.
Oh, it needs a lot. It needs new legs. The whole back of it here has been cracked, so I'll send that off to a welder mate of mine. The gears are pretty how you going and just full of crap. I don't know what they're full of. It's just my little very dirty workbench, so where I'll just quickly turn around to do whatever, weld up some fire pokers or whatever, and just crack on working.
So you got, what's that, Lincoln welder?
Yeah, Lincoln welder. That's a multi-process welder, so I can do MIG, stick, and lift TIG on it.
Really? Man, you must be rich. That looks awesome.
No, I'm not rich. I bloody took it out of the wife's purse when she wasn't looking.
Yeah, nice. What do we got? We got a bandsaw?
Oh yeah, bandsaw. Picked it up from Heron Forbes. This is an awesome bandsaw, and if you're in Newcastle, make sure you go to Saw City so you can get some decent blades for it. I've been running this blade now for several months, and I'll probably continue running that blade for some time now.
Nice. And what else we got down here? So we got the bench, the fan for when you get hot in the summer.
Oh man, I'm always hot. I'm a fat fella.
Yeah, you got to hide behind this big sheet of steel.
Oh, all my bench grinders.
All on one wall, that's nice.
Yeah, it saves me changing all my wheels that I need for everything. I can just turn the grinder on or whatever, and it just saves me a hell lot of time. A lot of these grinders I picked up from garage sales or whatever, picked them up nice and cheap, and it saves me a ton of time.
Nice. That's a good idea, having different wheels on everything, so you can just leave them on there. Talking to Gamako. The sharpening kit there. I thought you said you don't do knives.
Oh, I do the kitchen knives, that's about it.
Oh, right. Sharpen your wife's knives.
Yeah.
Alright, keep going around.
Yeah, then drill press. The 2x72 from 84 Engineering. Can't forget the picture of the Queen. Need that one. If you're an Aussie citizen, you gotta go get yourself a free flag and the free picture of the Queen.
What?
Hey, you gotta.
Tell me what the hell what are you talking about?
If you're a citizen of Australia, you're entitled to a free flag and a free picture of the Queen. Just go down to your local member. I'm from Edgeworth. I went to Cessnock, picked mine up. My wife wouldn't let me put the Queen in the dining room, which is where, from my career in the army, which is where she belongs, is in the mess hall. But she wouldn't let me have her in there, so she's out in the workshop, and she overlooks at what I'm doing.
Approving.
Yeah, approving the work.
So we got the 72, 84 Engineering.
Yeah.
Again, Gamako.
Yeah, no knife has touched it yet.
I'm liking this. Where did you get this idea from?
I think I got that from Riley.
Get off, you did. That was my freaking idea.
Yeah, yeah, Toby told me about that one. I had enough of trying to have a look with him, whatever. I couldn't see what I'm doing.
So, it's a bit dark, but they're all hammers and whatnot.
Oh yeah, hammers, top tools. Plenty soft hammers for when I don't want to bugger up. Twists and whatever. Some of my favourite tools are Plum Sydney. Got plenty of those tools going around. I've had guys that, because I don't shut my mouth about them, they give them to me at Hammerins now, which I'm pretty good. Got some Gamako tools, some tools that I've made, some others that I've were donated to me from my teacher, Doug Mosley. Some other more ring roller tools from Harry Forbes.
Nice, it's a good place to keep them actually, they're right out the way.
Yeah.
Something I need to make at some point.
Yeah, well, when you're in a double garage, you get pretty spacious, pretty sparse.
So, what we got down here?
Yeah, well, that was my first anvil I ever had. It's an O'Dwyer. I'm not sure who the maker is, but it's just a cast 4140 anvil. It's what I started on. My wife got it for me for my birthday, and it did me well. It did me well until I bought my 125 kilo petting house, and it'll still do the job now. It just doesn't have a lot of rebound or whatever. But
You use that for a travel one or something, do you?
I did. Yeah, not anymore. I got an 80 kilo Peter Wright that I use for travelling. Yeah. Yep. Looks a bit nicer. Sounds a bit better. Makes work easier.
There we go. Look, we have some light. Dun-dun-dun. Oh yeah, nice little stand.
Yeah, that was the first one I made. It's pretty garbage, to be honest.
It's alright. Cool. So we've got here. You got your
Post vise
Vise.
stand. It's pretty sturdy. You don't need anything really outrageous for a stand. Like this thing barely moves. So guys that want to get really elaborate with a post vise, that's just 100 by 100 3mm tube, welded onto some plates and bolted to the ground, and she doesn't move at all. Apart from my third one, which was on my first one, sorry, which was on a tripod, which was terrible.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So this is the one you've just bought recently?
Yeah, petting house.
This is the petting house. This is the one from Total Tools or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, Total Tools. So Total Tools, if anyone that stocks Rigid tools will stock a petting house, because Rigid bought out petting house and they produce them under their name. And so I got that imported from Germany, I believe. And they got brought in. It's a decent anvil. I'm happy with it. It's got good rebound and whatever, and yeah, it done me well. It's my favourite anvil. I love the North German pattern anvils. Apart from the London patterns, I don't like them too much because I like the square tapered horn.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually, that shape on the back horn. What have we got here? We've got a cone.
Yeah, cone mandrel. Got this one from Bruce Beamish. Gave me his last one that he had.
Good old Bruce Beamish.
Yeah, he's a really good guy. He really gives me a lot of help in everything that I do. Even if I don't ask for help, he gives me information on what I can and cannot do, and that he's seriously a top guy. I couldn't really ask for anyone else and anyone better than him. He's just such good help with everything. And he even delivered this one for me for when he was doing his stand at the Sydney Knife Show. He brought this down for me. Yep. He even picked up another champion blower for me. Went out of his way.
Is that one?
No, not this one. It's this one over here he picked up for me. Picked that up about 2 hours out of his way for me. And he brought that to the Sydney Knife Show for me.
Nice.
And I couldn't do enough for that guy, even though I can't really do much for him, but he's seriously a good guy. Oh, I would if I could, yeah. Yeah, if he tells you anything, it's coming from a good place. Nice. He's a good dude.
Alright, so where were we? Fly press.
Fly press. So this is one I picked up from Sydney. It is a fabricated one. A lot of people have asked me if I made it myself, but I didn't. I believe it's a Solectron Fly Press, which was made in Mascot, Sydney, but the little brass cover has been since taken off. But I just repaired it, fixed it up. There was a lot of oxy cutouts for whatever reason on it. The front of the table was missing. But I got to make some tools up for it and get her into service and see how well she goes. But that's as much as I can tell you about this. But she goes alright. It's pretty.
About a 6 ton, something like that. That's what.
6.5. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Nice. Cool. And then what do you got there? Steel rack behind it.
Oh yeah, it's something I built.
It's like a
2.5 years ago.
Stand up steel.
Yeah, I originally decided for one side to be steel, the other side to be wood, but no, I don't really deal with much wood. So I'm essentially going to just redesign this and redo it, and just push it right up against the wall to maximise space. And everything.
That makes sense. Cool. All right. What else you got in here? What's that,
striking anvil.
Which beer was mine, that one?
Yeah, that one was yours. Yeah, so I use this a lot with students. As you can see, it's quite a lot of dings in it, but the beauty, it's mild steel. I can just whack it with my welder, grind it flat. So I use this a lot for when I'll be making tools or hammers with students. And it's just, yeah, it just works well. It's at a great height. It does the job. Yeah, it's good to go.
Nice. And what do we got here? Wood lathe.
Wood lathe,
What does Blacksmith use a wood lathe for?
Oh, there's a cheeky spider on it too. Yeah, so I use this for making all my garden tools. So I try to make everything myself in-house. I don't really want to outsource things where it might be cheaper or whatever, but I don't really know the quality of some things, so I generally use spotted gum or whatever for the tools that I make, and turn the handles for it. And that way I know that at least they're going to be okay in what they're doing.
This is one of your garden trails?
Yeah, one of the garden trails that I make. Just haven't finished it yet. I just got bored making the big run of it, so I've just gone on to doing some other things while I'll get back to it. And so I've been doing a lot of handles. You can see there's quite a lot of sawdust kicking around. Yeah, I don't know what to do with it. I'll do something with it.
Something fun.
Oh yeah. And the tools were donated by Toby Fire and Steel as well. Not donated, they were
loaned. They were loaned. Most definitely loaned by Toby Fire and Steel.
Cool. Yeah, that's about it.
No, it's not about it. This is one of the things that I've been raving about recently. I've recently got a whiteboard and I feel like it's changed my life. It's like an under-acknowledged tool.
Yeah.
So what do you use your whiteboards for? Because you got two of them.
Yeah, I got two. So this one I'll just use. Well, this was my second one that I had, so I use this for students as well. One side's basically purely just me when I'm fluffing around in the workshop doing stuff, and the other side's for students when I talk things. Same with the heat colour guide here. I use that for students so they can kind of understand with the colours and everything of the steel, and it's just indispensable. And because one of the biggest things that I find teaching students is a communication barrier. The way that I explain things is completely different to how students will understand it in their mind. So if they're giving me dumb looks, well, I'll quickly get a pen out and draw it up, or get them to try and draw it up so they understand of what I'm teaching them.
Yeah, right.
Nice. But yeah, it's seriously a great tool, and the kids come in as well. The kids love it. I love coming in and drawing just crappy pictures of spiders on here, and that's great.
And what's this one for?
This one was just my first one. I didn't want to throw it out, so I just thought I'd bung it over here.
Looking at pricing and that.
Yeah, just times on how long I was working on that particular day for kids.
Is that your ancient Indian name?
No, so this wasn't directly taught to me by Doug Mosley, but it was on his workshop one day, and it was about 3 lessons in, and then for the life of me I couldn't figure out what the hell mine Sawyer was. So I decided to ask him, and it just basically means money is not earned sitting on your ass. I thought that was a pretty good saying, and so I thought I'd adopt it as well and take that away from him. And some days I'd come out here and I'd forge a couple things, and I'm pretty well done for the day, and look up at that and be like, well, Doug's been a pretty good smith, and he's where he's at because he hasn't been sitting on his ass. So I'll get back up and keep working away.
You work for another 10 minutes and then find a beer.
Yeah, exactly.
So the very last thing, I just almost kicked a nice looking suede block there on the floor.
Yeah, it was good. I've had 1 or 2 students come by, and they asked me where I picked it up from, and it turned out, which is how small the blacksmithing community is in Newcastle, and I snaked it right out from under them. So they were looking at getting the same one, and I got it pretty cheap. I bought it for about $500, and that was just because the bloke wanted to buy a mechanical bull for his kids. So that's all he needed was $500. So
wanted to buy what?
A mechanical bull.
A mechanical bull?
Yep, and that's all he needed for it. So
yeah, right.
I was pretty happy with that, and it's a good swage ball.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Well, thank you very much. So, that was a run through of Jacob McNamara's workshop. If you want to see more run throughs of the workshops, let me know and I'll start walking through people's workshops with them there, hopefully, so they can give me permission. Uru.